There are countless individuals out there right now that are running startup businesses, or they're running businesses at multiple millions per year. And some of them, a lot of them, are now struggling to make ends meet. And if you hang around to the end of the video, you'll see me break down the very strategic, practical steps that we're implementing for this new and very strange world that we find ourselves in. Right now, society is in the denial phase of its downfall. Now, you might be thinking, well, Tom, I'm not in any form of denial and I'm not in any form of downfall. My life's going very well and my business as a whole is doing well as well. And that's really great if that's what's currently going on for you right now. On the other end of the spectrum, you may be just like so many countless others. You may be really struggling right now. And the things that used to work in the past in your business aren't working for you as they used to anymore. And despite the fact you are showing up with a level of excellence that you've never showed up with before, and that you're implementing to a degree that you never have before, and you're doing all the things in a way you never have before, and despite all of that, you're certainly not growing like you have before. It's as though people are just not looking to buy at the moment, or they have every objection under the sun, or the financial situation that the world finds themselves in is stopping people from committing in ways that they used to before. I want to let you know that if you're in business at the moment, and it doesn't matter how big your business is or how big it was, there are countless individuals out there right now that are running startup businesses, or they're running businesses at multiple millions per year. And some of them, a lot of them, are now struggling to make ends meet, struggling to pull this off, struggling to get through and to break through and to have things thriving for them again. And in another category of individuals, you have business owners whose businesses are thriving more than they ever have before. But the thing that they're not talking about, and the thing that they're denying, is the fact that the rest of their life is falling like water through their hands. Their relationships are crumbling, their health is crumbling, and their ego is completely running their life. Now let's take a look at what is actually going on here. And if you hang around to the end of the video, you'll see me break down the very strategic, practical steps that we're implementing for this new and very strange world that we find ourselves in. So when we look at it, it's actually quite simple, and it actually makes a lot of sense. From 2020 onwards, for 2 to 3 years, we as a collective have been challenged in ways that most of us have never been challenged before in our entire lives. We've experienced more psychological, emotional, and spiritual pressure and stress and disconnect and overall adversity in ways that, as a collective all at once, the world has probably never experienced before. And then suddenly, in 2022 or so, suddenly, without conversation, without reflection, without recalibration, and without any form of addressing what the fuck we all went through, we simply went back to living life with our wounds gaping raw. We just went back to normal. And this is the story of the collective consciousness, meaning the world at large. This is what we all did. Our interpersonal relationships, our worldviews, our belief systems, our economy, our international relationships, the way the world was ran has been put through a fucking cyclone. And this cyclone was so damn painful that we simply just want to go back to how it was. So with our gaping wounds slowly festering, we rush back to how it used to be. We return to business as usual, life as it used to be, when nothing is usual and nothing is as it used to be. So then we find ourselves where we are today. After 18 months, our infections have had time to slowly start taking their tolls on society. We begin to face the inevitable consequences of our denial, and we become extremely weak, confused, and existentially bored. The vast majority of businesses slowly stop growing and start dying. Relationships begin to crumble, and an unexplainable sense of loneliness begins to roll in over our society. But thankfully, there's an all-knowing entity that helps us solve all of this. Let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, the all-knowing, the all-powerful saviour, artificial intelligence. Now, there's no need for us to sit in deep stillness and in presence and in introspection in order to create and be creative. Instead, we just insert these GPT prompts and get what we want. But is it what we want? No need now for deep listening to our audience. No need for intimacy. No need for humanness. No need for deep presence and human connection. Instead, simply just insert these linguistic models that are proven to fire certain neural circuitry that gets your audience to do what you want them to do. That'll solve the problems. My brothers, my sisters, we are in need of deep, holistic healing as a whole across the world. But as Rumi says, if you desire to heal, allow yourself to be ill, because it's through the allowance of illness that we actually heal. But it's almost as if society has been convinced recently that if it gets ill, it won't make it. It's almost as if we've been convinced lately that if we do get ill, we will not have the strength to bounce back from it. So this, my brothers and sisters, is what has led to our denial. But those who refuse to acknowledge the elephant in the room will inevitably be crushed by it. However, with recognition and with acknowledgement that these seas are tough, that the ocean is treacherous, and that the waves are breaking over the deck of the ship, we can straighten our spines, breathe strength into our beings, formulate a plan of attack, and lead through this storm. And hell, if we really listen to the ocean, and if we really respect her and acknowledge her, we may even be able to sail these waves, allowing us to relax and regenerate our energy and our resources. So what's the strategic response to all of this? What are we literally doing? And what should you literally do? Well, right now I'm talking to a camera, so I don't really know you just yet. But what I do know is that if you're in the business of impact, if you're put on this earth to lead, then more than ever, you need to listen to your audience. They're already giving you whispers of what they want and what they truly need. You need to listen to your business. It's been whispering to you for some time now, but you're lost in the noise. You're lost on social media. You're lost at thinking about this thing and that thing and trying to, maybe we do it this way, maybe we do it that way. Breathe. Take your time. Drop into stillness and listen. We've been listening to our business and we've been listening to our clients' businesses. And the thing that is allowing our ship to sail through these seas firstly starts with intimacy. People are craving humanness in a world where we have been cut off, where we have been disconnected, and where we have been replaced with robots. Humans are and always will crave humanness and intimacy. The second piece we're focusing on is building community, building bands of brothers and soul sisters that are here, that are supporting each other, that are leading together as one team with one mission. You need people to be able to grab you and say, yo, I've got you. It's all good. It's all good. I know that these seas are rough, but it's all good. We've got you. Let's keep moving forward. As well as that, we're creating lower end offers so that everybody at any level can have a bunk on our ship, so long as they are aligned and so long as they are willing to do the work. In literal terms, it means we are becoming more accessible than we ever have been. And lastly, we're focusing on providing safety, security, and stability for individuals during this time. And what that looks like is more support, more clarity, and more devotion to our business and our clients than we've ever provided before. As I said, I don't know exactly what this looks like for you just yet, but I can tell you that the answers will begin to come when you look within yourself deeper, when you reconnect, when you come back to stillness, when you reach out and allow yourself to be led, and when you listen to the whispers before they turn into horrific screams. This is something that you can absolutely rise through, but you're going to need to separate yourself from everybody else who's sitting there denying that these seas are here, that this ocean is treacherous. And you're going to need to accept it, not from a place of, oh, poor me, it's just that it's hard at the moment. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about acknowledging it for what it actually is. Straightening our spines, breathing strength into our being, formulating plans, and moving forward. You're not alone in this. There are endless individuals experiencing exactly what you are. And we are here to support you at the level that you desire. See you on the next one.